Hello, what a very warm welcome. My name is Kanawali, and you are watching the CricketNext YouTube channel. India's three major test series is just around the corner. India will start their test campaign against Bangladesh. Then they will move to New Zealand. Both the teams are coming to India to play their respective test series, and then the big test series between India and Australia, the Border Gavaskar Trophy, for which India will travel to Australia. Now, Australia is desperate because they have not yet won a BGT in the last 10 years. India has won all four BGT trophies, and that desperation is showing in the Australian team. But the only series, BGT series, is not online. It's also the WTC final. हर टेस्ट मैच का एक रेलेवेंस है और वो रेलेवेंस ये है कि हर मैच जीतो, पॉइंट्स लो और WTC पॉइंट्स टेबल, दैट इज द वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप के पॉइंट्स टेबल पे धीरे धीरे ऊपर बढ़ो एंड मेक योर वे टू द फाइनल्स ऑफ द WTC. नाउ इंडिया इज टू टाइम फाइनलिस्ट, दोनों टाइम नहीं जीती, पहली बार न्यूजीलैंड से हारी, दूसरी बार ऑस्ट्रेलिया से हारी, एंड नाउ फॉर द थर्ड टाइम इंडिया इज आइंग दैट फाइनल स्पॉट इन द WTC कैंपेन. मेरे साथ आज जुड़ रहे हैं साहिल मल्होत्रा, एंड मी एंड साहिल विल डिस्कस द WTC final scenario as of now. Where does the table stand, and which two teams have the highest probability and chances of making it to the WTC final? I have with me Sahil Malhotra. Sahil, thank you so much for connecting with us. WTC की बात हो रही है. I'll flash the table for the viewers as well. इस टेबल को देख के as of now India and Australia are ahead. Do you think this will remain as it is, especially for the top two, or India और Australia final में जाएगी?
I think looks like it kind of mathematically भी अगर आप देखो, realistically भी देखो, practically भी देखो, India and Australia right now are in the pole position to qualify for the final. We are probably hoping to see a repeat of last WTC final where India lost to Australia, and we hope India get the better of Australia this time around, because this could well be India's third final qualification, final berth on the trot. They've qualified for the first two editions, and this could well be the third, because they just need to win 5 out of the 10 next test matches, and 5 of those test matches will be played at home. I'm not suggesting that we'll clean sweep both New Zealand and Bangladesh, but even if we end up losing or drawing a couple of games there, we still have a bright shot of doing that in Australia during the Border Gavaskar Trophy later this year. So India have a very, very strong position, are in a very strong position to qualify, and all that happened thanks to that 4-1 series win over Ben Stokes England earlier this year. I think that was the important 5-test series which India had to get out of the way. There was pressure, there was burden of expectations to keep baseball quiet. Not only we did that, we completely outplayed England, and that result actually helped India consolidate their position and just sit pretty on top of the table.
Absolutely, India is looking really good at the moment, especially with the number of matches required to win. As you said, that 5 out of 10 matches are required for India to win, or rather go into the finals of the WTC. But we'll have to wait and see if that happens or not. क्योंकि 5 मैच जीतना in itself is a task. But दूसरी तरफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी है, और ऑस्ट्रेलिया क्या वो कर पाएगी नहीं कर पाएगी, this is very important, because Australia is currently the defending champions when it comes to WTC, and all eyes will be on Australia as well, if Australia will be able to make it or not. साहिल, ऑस्ट्रेलिया के क्या चांसेस लगते हैं आपको? इंडिया के हमने डिस्कस कर लिया, 5 मैच जीतने हैं, बट ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज आल्सो सिटिंग देयर कंफर्टेबली. व्हाट विल बी देयर चैलेंज? क्या आपको लग रहा है वो फॉल्टर कर सकते हैं आगे जाके?
I think Australia need to win, if I'm not wrong, 4 out of their next 7 tests, if I'm not wrong. So that also gives them a very bright opportunity. And New Zealand, on the other hand, haven't played a lot many games, as you can see in the table, and they literally have to maintain that will be played away from home in India. So very, very challenging for New Zealand, for the likes of Sri Lanka, South Africa. But I think right now, clear runaway pole position favorites are India and Australia. Who finishes on top of the table? Probably if India falters at home against Bangladesh and New Zealand, then that all-important BGT could decide who ends at top. But I think उससे कोई ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, क्योंकि अभी आपको टाइटल चाहिए, और टाइटल का मैच टॉप 2 टीम्स में खेला जाएगा, और अगर वो इंडिया हो, ऑस्ट्रेलिया हो, जिसके चांसेस बहुत स्ट्रांग है. So I think all eyes will be on that final, irrespective of who finishes on top of the table. Yes, it's a good morale and ego boost. We ended the table at top, but for India, I think it will be more about getting hands on that trophy, which has kind of eluded them for 2 editions, 2 back-to-back WTC final cycles now.
Yeah, and apart from India and Australia, if you have to pick out one or two teams which you think still may have a chance to, seep into the top two, किसी तरह somehow, which will be those teams? New Zealand, Sri Lanka, South Africa, Pakistan और बांग्लादेश की सीरीज शुरू होने वाली है. कौन सी ऐसी टीम है जो आपको लगता है कि शायद ये सीप कर जाए ऊपर टॉप टू में?
Very unlikely, Kanav. Even if you look at the table, the gulf between the top two teams and the rest,
Yeah.
and the kind of fixtures they have planned ahead,
Hmm.
I don't really see any side kind of challenging both India and Australia right now. They look
Yeah.
to be the clear favorites, and just I think the disappointment of England probably has how many games have they lost England? If you look, they've
Six.
lost 6 games, right? So
Yeah.
that's a big number to lose, and it's
Yeah.
it's baseball is always a high risk, high reward kind of approach to Test cricket, and you
Hmm.
win some, you lose some, but this cycle England have lost plenty, and that as I said, that 4-1 defeat in India probably pushed them back and probably didn't lend a very exciting look to the points table, which right now looks very much in favor of India and Australia.
Yeah, absolutely. And all eyes, as I said, are on India right now. They will be playing two test home series against Bangladesh and then New Zealand, and then they'll be traveling to the border Gavaskar Trophy. अब जैसे कि साहिल ने कहा, आप होम टेस्ट सीरीज में ही डील को सील कर सकते हो, अपने 5 मैच जीत सकते हैं, बट अगर कहीं बीच में फॉल्टर हो गया तो बॉर्डर गवास्कर ट्रॉफी में वही मैच जीतने जरूरी हो जाएंगे. ऑब्वियसली रिकॉर्ड इज गुड गोइंग इनटू ऑस्ट्रेलिया फॉर द लास्ट टू टेस्ट सीरीज. Fans are hoping कि इस टाइम भी वही रहे. Sahil, what do you think about the Border Gavaskar Trophy, irrespective of what India does in against Bangladesh and New Zealand? Do you think it will be competitive as always, or will it be one-sided किसी एक टीम के favor में?
I hope India remain all Indian players remain fit. I
Yeah,
really hope Jasprit
yeah,
Bumrah, Mohammad Shami are at their peak fitness for that series. I'll probably
hmm,
include Siraj in that list also, but I would want a left arm fast bowler to be bowling
hmm,
alongside Mohammad Shami, Jasprit Bumrah for that
hmm,
series. That's my personal wish list.
yeah,
I think just having a left-hander there bowling with Bumrah and Mohammad Shami is going to be a
yeah,
beautiful sight there. And if India just managed to keep all their players fit and on the right track, it could well be a series where we'll see India kind of start a new dominating chapter in Australia. Last time bola gaya, luck was on their side. Destiny kids, Destiny child after winning from
yeah,
behind and stuff like that. उससे पहले
yeah,
बोला गया कि चलो एक बार हो गया. I think if they win this time around, it will be a
yeah,
statement win. Not that कि last वाला नहीं था, but वही है ना कि मतलब last win was something else. It was special. It was मतलब ऐसा लग रहा था the universe was blessing the side from above because the players kept getting injured, but even half fit side stunned Australia there. Now
yeah,
Australia will be hungry for success. They'll be coming hard at us. The likes
yeah,
of Nathan Lyon, Pat Cummins, Mitchell Stark, all these guys. They'll be just gunning to have a go at the Indians. And
yeah,
it's a 5-test series. It's going to be very exhausting. But I hope India to be dominating that series primarily because of the squad which we have and the quality which we have. Fingers crossed. I hope the likes of Virat, Rohit, Bumrah, KL, all these guys remain fit. Yashasvi Jaiswal is going to be a gun player
yeah,
to watch out for in that series.
yeah,
He's going to fight fire with fire. He took on
yeah,
James Anderson, and I expect him to take
yeah.
on Pat Cummins and Mitchell Stark when the series gets underway later this year.
Yeah, absolutely. The preparations have already begun. Nathan Lyon has given a statement that Shashi Jaiswal, although he has never bowled to him, he will be a great challenge. He has had a word with Tom Hartley, England spinner in county, how to match up against the current Indian batters. And Pat Cummins has already taken an 8-week break before the BJT, so they are mentally into the BJT already, and it will be a cracker of a series. But as far as WTC is concerned, India and Australia are in a comfortable position right now, and it looks like they'll again make it to the finals, consecutive finals for both the teams. And hopefully for Indian fans, India will break that jinx and get home the test match, the WTC test match. Well, thank you so much, Sahil, for connecting with us, and thank you so much to all our viewers. Please do subscribe to the CricketNext YouTube channel, hit the bell icon, and follow us across all our social media platforms. Until then, take care of yourself and have a nice day.